Hi, I'm Vanessa Kynes, and I'm a Pinterest marketing strategist for creative small businesses. On my YouTube page, you'll find Pinterest tips and strategies to drive traffic to your site using Pinterest. Today's video is all about 4 content strategies you can learn from your Pinterest analytics. Pinterest analytics aren't super robust, but you can learn a lot about what type of content is performing well and how to develop strategies for developing more content that will be popular in Pinterest. Here are 4 questions I ask myself when I review my Pinterest analytics. The first question is, what type of graphics tend to perform well with clicks and saves? So this is a bit of an overall zoom out process of looking at your Pinterest analytics. What you're looking for is which pin graphic designs performed well with any kind of engagement, so both clicks and saves. So for example, I recommend creating 2 pins per blog post, and I make them look really different so that I can capture a different type of audience. Now again, the recommendation is to always have some kind of call to action on your pin so that pinners know what to do with them. On average, pins with call to actions get more clicks and click-throughs to your website than pins without. Pins without tend to get more saves, so keep that in mind. The second question is, which type of content performs best? Now, best I define as traffic to your website. It's great to get a lot of saves, but they actually don't do that much at growing your list or driving sales or growing awareness and visibility for your services. Getting the people to click through on the pins to your website is the goal. So sometimes I can see pins that have done really well in saves, but not as well in clicks. So you want to really analyze which designs, which call to actions did really well. Sometimes if you use different keywords, you might begin to see a pattern of keywords that were useful at driving traffic versus just getting saves. The third question is, which boards are performing best? Now, on the Pinterest analytics, you can see which boards receive the top impressions, top saves, and top clicks. Again, you really want to focus on those clicks and those saves. Impressions are great, but they're really not that meaningful because they don't get people to engage with your pins or get people to engage with your website content. So focus on the boards that get the most saves. So for example, if you're a food blogger and you create content on all kinds of food from desserts, recipes like smoothies, green, paleo, and you start to see a rise in paleo content, then that gives you an idea that your audience is really interested in receiving more recipes that might be paleo-based diets. So you can learn a lot about which boards are performing best because you can utilize the data of best performing boards to not only create content, but also to know where to pin your items to. The fourth question to ask is, what content of others is performing well on your page? Now, Pinterest Analytics will share which pins, when you look at your Pinterest profile section on Analytics, are performing the best. And sometimes you'll find that pins that are being repinned and saved is actually not your content. Remember, being a good Pinterest user is about curating good content, and Pinterest wants you to pin not only your own content but also others' content. So looking and see what others' content is doing well can inform you of what type of content to pin when you're pinning others' content. And that's it. Those are the 4 questions I ask myself when I'm looking to create more content for my blog. If you're just getting started with your Pinterest marketing strategy, you can get my free Pinterest startup guide by clicking on the link below, or subscribe to my YouTube page where you can get weekly Pinterest tips on how to drive traffic to your site using Pinterest. Thanks so much for joining me.